This is the third time these teams face off against each other this season, but this time an FCIAC finals ticket is on the line. This time is the third time these teams face off, but this time a ticket to the FCIAC finals is on the line. The 5th-seeded Ridgefield Tigers pulled off an upset against the 4th-seeded Greenwich Cardinals on Monday, but can they do it again against the 1-seeded Darien Blue Wave? Find out here on the DAF Media Network. Hello everyone, my name is Ted Brennan and welcome to FCIAC semifinals boys lacrosse. I'm alongside Ethan Hawes, and Ethan, we should have a great matchup between the 1 and the 5 seed.
Yep, very excited to see this one. Obviously met 2 times already, went Darien's way, but anything can happen in the FCX, and we saw it last time Darien was here in this FCX semifinals. They fell to Wilton, and I think that they're trying to get some revenge and bring back the FCX title to Darien.
Darien will continue its quest for FCIAC championship number 18 this season if they're able to make it that far. And they'll have to go through a tough Ridgefield Tigers squad. And as you previously mentioned, the first 2 times that these teams met each other, first was at Tiger Hollow. Darien won 14-7, and the second time was here at Stadium Field, 15-9 in favor of the Wave. We are just about ready for the start of this game.
Yep, we'll see the starting lineups at midfield, and then looks like they'll get underway shortly.
While we have a quick moment, I'll read off the starting lineups. This will go in numerical order. So in goal for the Wave is Andy Demopoulos. Number 2, Oliver Bolton on defense. Number 3, Matthew Minikis on the attack. Number 6, Connor O'Malley playing midi. Number 7, Sam Erickson on defense. Number 9, Matthew Stein on the attack. Number 12, Jameson Moore back in the lineup at midfield. Number 18, Finn Picorni at mid. Number 25, David Ivanchik on defense. And number 99, Brady Picorni at the attack. As for the visiting Ridgefield Tigers, number 1, Jojo Mizzarelli playing defense. Number 3, Ryan Colsey, the attack. Number 4, Luke Winkler on the attack. Number 9, number 8, Ethan McGerald in the midfield, as Darien will win that one. That's Ty Kaminsky, number 28 on the win. Number 10, Owen Gatos playing mid. Number 13, Kyle Colsey on the attack. In goal is number 17, Matthew Shepard. Number 19, CJ Laurentani. Number 20, Brett DeAlexander in mid. Laurentani is on the attack. D. Alexander's on mid. Josiah DeGrasse, midi. Number 21. Number 23, Wade Steffens on D. Number 25, Michael Dowd on D. And number 34, Robert Hinkle, the long stick midi.
So we'll see Ty win that first face-off, but Ridgefield's able to battle back and pick up the ground ball. And I think face-offs were definitely one thing that really separated these 2 teams the first time we played. First game at Tiger Hollow was really Ty Kaminsky's coming out party, and it's all been well from there. So I think if Ridgefield can continue to do that, put the ball on the ground at the X, that it might go a lot better for them today.
And whenever these 2 teams meet, it's always a fun matchup, especially on the coaching aspect of things. Of course, they have Darien, coached by legendary coach Jeff Braymeyer, but also Ridgefield, they're coached by a legend in his own right, Roy Colsey. The shot that's in from number 20, Brett Alexander, opens this game up 1-0 for the visiting Ridgefield Tigers.
Yep, Ridgefield came out in there, opens what Darien calls a spread 2 set, something Darien takes from Ridgefield and runs a lot themselves, but they're able to spread the field, dodge down the alley, and the slide should have come from adjacent, but I don't think that Oliver Bolton saw that correctly, and he was able to free his hands and get a clean rip on goal.
Alexander taking a page out of Darien's book, scoring early. And Comiskey will win that one. Flag on the play.
Flag down. Let's see if Ty can battle out of there and they can get a free possession or push the break before. Never mind.
It's a good check there, as looks like Owen Gatos and Connor O'Malley are exchanging some words. O'Malley, one of the key seniors on this Darien squad. Gatos, senior captain on this Tigers squad.
Yeah, you're always going to see emotions start to run high in big games like this. So I think it's about kind of controlling your emotion in there, Darien. You can't really put Darien on a man up. That's one thing I'm sure Colsey's not too happy about. Only a minute or so into this game.
We'll see if Darien can convert on the man up situation with Gatos on the sideline. Already down 1-0.
Darien sets up in their traditional 3-3 set, but expect to see a cutter soon. Usually Minikis coming down.
His last name is Comiskey.
I said Comiskey.
You said Kaminsky.
I said Comiskey.
It's Comiskey.
Yes, I've been saying Comiskey.
No, you haven't. I've been listening to you.
Well, there's that cut we were expecting from Minikis. Now he's going to go to X, and they're going to push their 1-3-2 set, starting with the stud junior behind. They're going to push, try to get the 3-on-2 to Picorni, see if he can free his hands, and he does.
Picorni ties that one up. Darien bench going crazy over there. And Brady Picorni, the team's leading scorer, ties this game at 1.
Darien goal scored by Brady Picorni.
Great to see the Darien mosh back. Not something we've seen a whole lot of this season, but come big games like this, I wasn't too doubtful that they'd bring it out.
Brady Picorni ties this game up on the man-up situation as Comiskey wins another face-off. And so far, I believe that's 3 wins for Comiskey.
Here comes out the second line middies. Let's see what they can do. It's going to be Lau, Allegro, and Caesar in their open set right now.
All of the second line middies scored in the last matchup, or in Darien's last matchup against Trumbull in their quarterfinal win. Caesar had 1, Lau had 1, and Allegro had 3. So no shortage of offense from the second line of middies.
Darien set up currently in their open set, the exact set that they model off Ridgefield, that Ridgefield scored the first goal on. So let's see if they can free up a cutter here.
Looks like they had a cutter in Lau, but Turf Monster got up and got him as he tripped. But he gets the ball here now.
Look to see a pass down, pick down, try to free Minikis from the pole. Now they're going to work it onto the other side, see if Joe can come down and pick for Allegro. And watch the backside exchange, trying to get Lau or Minikis open.
The shot saved by Shepard. Matthew Shepard, the junior, in goal. He's had an excellent season up to this point. That one is just too far for Jojo Mizzarelli, though.
Failed clear for Ridgefield. It's not something Colsey can be too happy about. Giving Darien the ball back that easily is not a great formula for success on a day like today.
Senior captain Jamison Moore handles it now. It's good to see him back out on the field as he missed the last game. You can see that right calf. It's got some sort of sock or brace on it. But if you're Darien, it's a good sign to see him back out there.
Darien moves into their 400 set with Minikis trying to initiate from behind.
Here's Stein. And good defense by the Tigers as Dowd picks that one up and moves it forward. Here's Mizzarelli on that far side.
Good job from Picorni not going off sides there. That would have been a costly 30-second man up for Ridgefield.
Here's to Alexander with it now. He had the opening goal of this game.
Beats O'Malley over the top and then passes it off. Darien's able to stay, not go too far out of position with the slide there, with just showing and making him think there was going to be a slide, but not actually going.
Good defense by David Ivanchuk on Ryan Colsey. In their first matchup against each other, Colsey really likes to work behind the net, try to get a low-angle shot. They call it Colsey's office.
Good physical D by O'Malley, able to put some pressure on it, put that ball on the ground.
Erickson was hounding the younger Colsey, Kyle Colsey, or Lil Colsey as he's affectionately known on this team. Here's to Alexander. Alexander with another one.
Good job by Alexander to get to the middle of the field. Darien's slide wasn't ready for it, thinking there was going to be a sweep, but he's able to free his hands, and Demopoulos never saw it.
Alexander makes this a 2-1 game.
Tiger goal scored by Brett DeAlexander.
And the Ridgefield crowd that has traveled here to Darien, letting DeAlexander know their support.
Good job by Ridgefield there to really control the pace of this game. I think if you try to play up to Darien's speed, you're not going to have much success. Darien's MO is go fast. They always have the green light, always trying to push the brake, and it's a good job by Ridgefield there to slow it down and try to run their offense in this game at their own pace.
Here's Jamison Moore up 35-yard line, gives that one up to Stein, right back to Moore. Little hockey chemistry there.
Good pick there from Picorni, but they're able to switch quickly. Good fake shot, moves the ball to X, and let's see if Picorni tries to initiate here.
Picorni will score again! Brady Picorni and Brent Alexander going shot for shot. 2-2 the score. Brady Picorni makes this 2-2. Telling to Alexander, anything that you can do, I can do better. Tie game here. With about 5 minutes remaining in this first quarter as Comiskey wins another one.
Comiskey with the backhand face-off.
Stein! Stein with the goal off of the feed from Comiskey. 3-2 Darien.
Matthew Stein, number 9, for a big-time face-off win. Assist by Ty Lipsky.
Great job by Comiskey there, pushing it forward. On the last two, he went back to his wings. Ridgefield went to lock off the wings, and he saw he had the clear path forward. Drew the slide and found Stein just 10 yards out.
3-2 the score. Stein gives Darien the lead.
Pushes it forward again, but with the pull on face-off for Ridgefield, he's not able to get the same space he had earlier.
I believe that's 5 wins now for Comiskey out of the 5 or 6 that have happened. So Darien clearly winning the face-off battle, which is something you talked about a little bit earlier, Ethan.
Yeah. Comiskey's been dominant on face-offs, and Ridgefield, on the other hand, has been having face-off problems all year. They're going with the strategy of trying to put the long pull out there, which isn't necessarily to win the face-off, but to stop Comiskey in his path and try to force a ground ball off the face-off. So we'll see how much success they can have there, but it hasn't seemed to work too far.
Missed opportunity for the Wave. Tigers will retain possession.
Let's see if the Tigers can clear it here. Darien's moving into a drop ride, trying to force the Tigers to bring it up the field.
It'll be Mizzarelli with it now.
Yep, going for the one-man clear. Gets a touch, and then looking to set up the offense, down 3-2.
Alexander, he's got 2 right now. Probably look for a third. Bolton had great defense.
You can tell Braemar and Segretti trusted their poles in this matchup because they're pressing out hard every time. Ivanchuk, Erickson, or Bolton's man get the ball there. We see Erickson out on it, and the adjacents try to shut off or push out at the very least to try to force the issue.
Colsey gives it up to DeAlexander, who pushes it to the grass.
Here's that spread 200 set that Ridgefield scored off the first time. Good stick by Stafford, but
Good
Ridgefield
save
was able
there.
to pick it up.
Demopoulos looked like he might have gotten his stick on it, and it bounces off that left pole. It was a good shot from number 4, Luke Winkler.
Yep, and good awareness by Colsey to get that chase. Ridgefield using a series of picks to try to get more favorable matchups, but good job by Stafford getting through it. See them slow down the pace.
Here's Kyle Colsey.
From behind with the big little matchup. Good slide, good show by Bolton, and a good rotation.
Dropped pass from Colsey, and Allegro picks that one up.
Great pickup and a better clear by Allegro.
Allegro avoided some checks, and Darien will set up on offense with 1:30 remaining in this first quarter.
Darien subbing through the midline, trying to get their right personnel on the field. Back to the first line middies.
Picorni, O'Malley, and Moore will be out there with the attackmen of Stein, Picorni, and Minikis. Here's Finn Picorni. That's a good save by Shepard.
Just a speed dodge from the top, able to get his hands free with just a half a step on his defender, and that's what's going to happen when you put a shorty on Picorni.
Shepard was able to see that one and keep this at a 1-goal lead for
Look
Darien.
to Moore popping up, and we'll see if he goes with a hard ready dodge. Yep. Able to find Minikis, who goes off the post, good rebound, and they score.
What a shot there. Minikis off the post to Finn Picorni, and Finn Picorni nets it through.
Good development of that play there. Picorni dodges once, doesn't get the slide. They have to go early to him the next time. Braymeyer recognizes that and sends up Moore, who's able to get the ball with no slide on him. Whole defense turns towards him, and Minikis was wide open on the backside. Didn't finish himself, but they still got the goal.
Minikis missed by a matter of inches, and Finn Picorni was able to pick that one up as Comiskey wins another face-off.
Darien goal scored by number 18, Finn Picorni. Assist from the post.
Here's Minikis behind the net.
Picorni's man loses his stick.
Good save by Shepard. Clears that one down the field with 1 second left. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. The score is 4-2 in favor of Darien. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the center oval and upper oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England. All made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation Board is made up of local parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future, both on and off the field.
Back here on the DAF Media Network in the other semifinal matchup between the 3-seeded Staples Records and the 6-seeded Wilton Warriors. Staples is up 2-0 halfway through the first quarter. So two very competitive teams. Actually, I believe Staples is the 2-seed.
Yep.
Because the 3-seeded New Canaan Rams were upset by the 6-seeded Wilton Warriors. That makes more sense. There we go. In this game, the 1-seeded Darien Blue Wave are up 4-2 on the visiting 5th-seed Ridgefield Tigers. Quick shout-out to our production crew on man camera, Ben White-Chulis, our ISO camera, Davis Depp, our director, Sarah Bogdan, instant replay, Kenzie O'Shea, graphics, Braden Shank, producer, Trey Cahill, advisor, Damian Andrew. I'm Ted Brennan alongside Ethan Haas here on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. And starting to sound like a broken record, but who is it? It's Comiskey on the win for the face-off.
Ridgefield seemed to do a little better there, trying to cut off Comiskey's options on the pass and make him carry it, but he was able to find O'Malley. Here's Stein with it behind now.
Stein getting hounded by the defender, Michael Dowd. But he was able to give it up. First line middies back on for Darien.
It's nice having that lefty-righty combination. You'll see Finn Corney dodge to his left and Jameson Moore separating up to the right, so he'll have a dodge back to his strong hand when the ball gets back to him here. And now Corney with the short stick on him. Ridgefield has to have a slide ready to go. Tough matchup for Ridgefield.
A shot, and it's in from Minikis off of the feed from Moore.
Great sting from Minikis into the top corner with a low-angle shot. Similar to Brady Picorni's first goal. Has you wondering if that's a good shot selection, but for those two, shouldn't ask questions. You should just watch and enjoy.
Minikis made sure he finished on that one after missing the one earlier on. Makes this a 5-2 Darien lead.
Comiskey tried to push the break there, loses it, but Joe Caesar comes up with it. Keeping the undefeated face-off record alive.
Even if it's not undefeated, if there's one that we miss, it's still 6 for 7 or 7 for 8, really close to that mark. So dominating is an understatement.
Same thing, but Corney to his left, back to Moore. Gets the short stick matchup, and he'll fire and score.
Moore puts that in off of the assist from Finn Picorni. Moore making his return to the lineup makes this 6-2 Darien.
Darien goal scored by Jameson Moore.
Moore was injured in their Trumbull win, but he's back in the lineup already with an assist and now a goal.
We've seen 3 or 4 of the Darien goals just come from that 100 set. A dodge from Picorni to his left has the whole defense sliding and allows Moore to get to separate up top with a strong alley with no slide on it, allowing him to free his hands just like that.
Darien wins yet another face-off, and Comiskey will settle down and give it up to Caesar. Ridgefield having a lot of trouble with the face-offs, allowing Darien a lot more possessions.
Yeah, I can't say they have had much of an answer here so far. Look, Corney doing that same dodge down the alley, find more, and that play has worked like clockwork today. There's O'Malley.
O'Malley with the score off of the feed from Moore, 7-2, and Darien is starting to pull away here, and a timeout is taken by Coach Roy Colsey as he wants to talk to his team, and we will take a short timeout as well. Back here on the DAF Media Network, out of the timeout, we'll see if Ridgefield will have an answer for the set play we've seen run 3 straight times, ending in 3 straight Darien goals.
Ridgefield goes back to the short stick on the faceoff for the first time and results in a win, so maybe a little change of pace for Darien, or against Ty and against Darien will give Ridgefield a little bit of luck.
That was Owen Gatos, senior captain, who was on the face-off circle, able to break Comiskey's streak. And Ridgefield will have an offensive possession here in the second quarter. Here's Colsey. They set the screen, and Erickson is on him. Here's the other Colsey. Colsey stopped by Demopoulos.
Good job by Colsey to get his hands free, but Demopoulos saw it the whole way. Here comes a Joe Caesar streaking down the field, fires it high. Let's see if Darien goes back to that 1-3-2 that's worked so well for them, or if they try to switch it up. Based on McCorney running up top, though, I wouldn't be surprised if they gave it one more attempt.
First line middies back on for Darien.
Same setup as before. Actually, no, now they're in a 400 look.
McCorney, good save
Good
by
save
Shepard.
Ball's on the turf. Let's see if Darien or Ridgefield can pick it up.
Scramble for the loose ball. And it finds Shepard's stick.
Darien drops back into that ride as Ridgefield tries to use their goalie.
Shepard will get that up to the grass as Ridgefield clears. Winkler handles it now.
Corny gets stuck on defense there. We saw Ridgefield trying to attack him a little bit, but it doesn't seem like he couldn't hold his own. He just did just fine out there. They go back to that same look.
It'll be Winkler against McCorney. Here's Winkler, tried to go low, and it's in from Winkler.
It's a game of matchups, and they saw the O'Mitty get stuck on the field and attacked it, and that's what went well for them. Darien should be ready to slide there, though.
Luke Winkler makes this a 7-3 game. Stopping the Darien run. Darien went on a 5-0 run, and Winkler stops it, and it'll be Gatos and Comiskey back on the circle. And it's another Ridgefield win. Maybe, as you mentioned, maybe Gatos is getting the job done.
Good. Way to stay on that from Stafford. Let's see if Darien chooses to push the break or not. Looks like they'll settle it down.
A little over 6 minutes remain here in this first half. 7-3 the score in favor of Darien. And of course, this game is the semifinal matchup, which was supposed to be played later this evening in Wilton, but due to the impending thunderstorms, they decided to move it up and move it home.
Back to that 400 look, meaning they're going to have 2 guys in the crease and let the 4 guys on the outside try to work it around and find something. It lets the offense be a little more spread out, gives Moore his running room to get his hands free, finds Minikis, and that's going to be a goal to the top shelf.
Moore to Minikis again makes this an 8-3 game.
Great shot there by Minikis. Darien's love to run this game right through the midfield, but what that allows it to do is draw the defense's attention and let the Minikises or the Cornies of the world to free their hands with no defenders paying any attention to them. Reverse clamp again from Ty. Seems that's been an effective way to keep the ball on his stick. Loses it behind him though. That's going to be a push from behind on Stein, giving the ball to Ridgefield.
Stein with the push from behind on Gatos.
Push on Darien, Ridgefield ball.
It'll be DeGrasse. Brett to Alexander. To Alexander with his 3rd of the afternoon.
There's one Demopoulos wants to have back low. He saw it the whole way, and he's upset with himself. We can see, but still a great shot from Ridgefield, and brings it to within 4.
Brent to Alexander with his 3rd of the afternoon makes this an 8-4 game. With just under 5 minutes remaining. And Ridgefield may be down, but they're certainly not out of it, especially if they continue scoring goals like that.
Look to see Ty win it to himself here. That's what he does. Can he hold on?
Gatos with another check. And a timeout will be called, and we will take another short timeout. Back with the rest of the second. Back here on the DAF Media Network with the rest of the second quarter.
Great timeout call there by Braemar, allowing them to keep possession there when it looks like they might be losing it. But sorry to cut you off there.
Don't worry about it. Any sort of insight or knowledge or just anything, feel free to cut me off.
Darien now in another open set. Throwing all kinds of different looks at Ridgefield here. No rush for Darien, up 4 here in the with 4.5, under 4.5. Now it looks like they're going to get into something, put their 2 middies in the crease, go back to that 400 look, and we're going to see if it goes again. Yep.
Moore loses it off of the check from Miserelli. And it'll be Darien ball, but Ethan, so far we've seen some tensions run high. We saw an earlier little talk between O'Malley and Gatos, and then, of course, in the center circle, Gatos and Comiskey are jawing at each other. So tensions are running high in the semifinal matchup. Certainly,
I can't say I'm surprised at all. This rivalry, ever starting back for decades, has been a tense rivalry, and if you consider now that this is the 3rd time they're playing this year, you can only imagine how much that multiplies. There's another goal off the rebound. Good job by Darien to pick up the loose change.
Brady Picorni gets his hat trick, makes this 9-4. Brady Picorni cleaning up the loose change, showing why he's pretty sure he's Darien's leading scorer and the freshman sensation.
Not leading scorer, then it's him and Minikis probably trading off every game. And I don't think it's too much of a competition because usually when one person's scoring, it's an assist coming from the other one of them. Ty wins it forward to himself. Has a man on him. Let's see if he continues to push.
Good stop by Shepard. And Ethan, on the topic of Brady Picorni not having an 8th grade year, as this is his freshman year, not having an 8th grade year essentially due to COVID, and coming and playing as he's played, especially for a program like Braemar, how tough is that?
I mean, to be a freshman anywhere and playing in this league is almost unheard of, so I can only imagine what a step up it's been from the last time he played 7th grade travel lacrosse to coming up to the high school. But I think it just goes for like any of these guys really coming into this year on Darien's side. Andy Demopoulos was the only player who really had a lot of varsity minutes. So I think for a lot of them it was a huge step up this year. But it's good to see that they didn't really miss a beat, even though a lot of them didn't have necessarily the junior campaign or the sophomore campaign where they eased their way into it.
Some of the older guys on this roster, including Demopoulos, as Demopoulos makes a save there.
We're going to look to Erickson. Erickson breaking out. Risky pass from Demopoulos, but Erickson's a workhorse, and he's not going to let that one go without a fight.
And it will find Oliver Bolton's stick. And Darien will look to push.
Oh, a great opportunity there, but just lost the angle. Joe Caesar lost the angle and decides to smartly bring it behind, set up a possession.
But as we were mentioning a little bit before, some players like Andy Demopoulos, Holt Mathias, Connor O'Malley, Jamison Moore, Sam Erickson, these were some of the guys that played varsity when they were freshmen and sophomores. Even if they weren't getting a ton of time, they were still up there. And then to not have a junior year where some of the rest of their classmen, some of the juniors, would have gotten a lot of varsity experience, to not have a season and to come back. And I mean, even for Ridgefield as well, to not have a season and to play at high level talent, it's just. I mean, I could say this over and over again. It's been incredible to see. It's been incredible to see from both teams, really.
Yeah, the senior leadership is on a whole new level this year, and it looks like both these teams have done a good job of carrying the traditions. See Darien start to go with about 30 seconds left, try to set up a good shot. Same thing there that we've seen. Ball goes out with 21 seconds to play. Look for Darien to run some sort of play here after the timeout.
Timeout will be taken. And we will take a short timeout, back with the rest of the second quarter. Back here on the DAF Media Network, about 21 seconds remain in the first half. And we saw this in the Trumbull game, Ethan, where Darien called the timeout and ran a little set play, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it again.
Yep, that's exactly what they did in the Trumbull game. Even though they were up a lot more, they tried to set up something, work on something for a position like this, where under 10 seconds they'll look to push.
Here's Stein with it.
5 seconds for Stein. Ridgefield eats that one. Good eat. He's able to clear out the clock.
And that'll do it for the first half. 9-4 in favor of Darien. And we'll be back with the second half of this semifinal matchup between the 1 and the 5 seed.
I'm proud of the work the Darien Foundation has done over the past 20 years. If you live here, our work has likely impacted you, your family, and your neighbors. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4.2 million in grants, which create opportunity for Darien's youth, support our town's safety and security services, and enhance the overall quality of life in Darien through collaboration with community organizations.
As a family that's relatively new to town and planning to make this our long-term home, I'm grateful to see my community and my family benefit from the Darien Foundation. When I learned that the edible gardens at the elementary schools, the generator at the Darien Library, and the playground by the Sound were all funded by the same organization, I raised my hand to get involved. I'm proud to support an organization whose impact I see every day in our schools and throughout our community.
So far this year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $138,000 in grants to enhance our community. In 2013, the Darien Community Association opened a 4-acre bird sanctuary thanks to a grant from the Darien Foundation. The serene wooded glade has attracted numerous birds, bees, and butterflies, as well as more than 200 school children and other visitors. This year, they added a new pondless waterfall, as well as more trees, plantings, signage, and benches. In 1976, the Darien Historical Society and Darien High School students built the Middlesex, an authentic replica of the 18th century whaleboats. These were used by local patriots in the Revolutionary War to fight the British Navy in Long Island Sound. The Darien Historical Society is restoring this artifact so that it can be part of Darien's upcoming 2020 bicentennial celebrations. The live turtle exhibit continues to be the most popular attraction for children at the Darien Nature Center, which welcomes over 16,000 visits annually. A new forest and pond ecosystem will allow visitors to engage with several species of turtle that will live together in a 50-square-foot habitat that resembles their natural home.
This has been such a special collaboration between the Darien Nature Center and the Darien Foundation, because not only have they provided generous funding to us, but we've been able to meet with members of the foundation and our staff and talk about what is going to make the very best exhibit for the town of Darien, and we've really added value to the process by doing that.
The vast majority of food distributed by person to person is donated from local suppliers and businesses. A group of dedicated volunteers drives the brand new cargo van on these daily rounds, which each year account for more than $100,000 in collected food. Person to Person also has an extensive youth program, offering many Darien High School and middle school students their first experiences at volunteering.
Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have a beautiful new van. We're very excited about it, not only because it's new and it's safe for those who are riding in it and driving and going to pick up all the food, but also it speaks to the support of the Darien Foundation, as well as speaks to what Person to Person does in the community.
For more than 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien, offering our town's youth, emergency services, and community organizations an avenue to pursue innovation and excellence. Collaboration with you, the members of our community, has been vital to our mission. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the Center Oval and Upper Oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England, all made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation Board is made up of local parents, parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future, both on and off the field. Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the center oval and upper oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England, all made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation Board is made up of local parents, parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future, both on and off the field.
Back here on the DAF Media Network, we have the 2021 FCIAC Tournament Boys Lacrosse bracket up. Of course, right now you guys are listening to the 1-seeded Darien Blue Wave face off against the number 5-seeded Ridgefield Tigers. And in the other matchup, it's the number 2-seeded Staples Records taking on the Wilton Warriors, who are the 6th seed. And the championship game will be held on Friday at Dunning Field at New Canaan High School. And Ethan, I believe you have a score update in the Staples-Wilton game. Is that correct?
Yeah, at the half. Sorry, yep. At the half, Staples leads Wilton 8-0. Not a result I saw coming, but great showing by Staples. We'll see if they can hold it up. But as we saw kind of in the Darien New Canaan game last week, even a big result like that, even a big lead like that is never safe, especially in the playoffs.
The score is 9-4 in this semifinal matchup. The Wave are trying to continue their quest for championship number 18 in the FCIAC as Comiskey wins that one. And Ridgefield will try to continue their Cinderella story and avoid history as they lost in the FCIAC semis last year, or excuse me, 2 years ago.
Darien opens the half, just looking the same as they ended the first, winning face-offs, controlling the draw, setting up their offense.
It's great to see fans on both sides of the stands. They provide so much energy for the players. And there's a goal by Matthew Stein off of the feed from Finn Picorni. Makes this 10-4.
You know, it might not look the same, but it's still the same set that we've seen all those goals come from. Picorni dodges hard to his left. This time they were watching more come up backside. And Stein was able to get open and bury it in the bottom corner.
Stein makes this 10-4 off of the feed from Finn Picorni.
Great placement by Stein there. Moose and Picorni had been going low to high all day with their shots, and Stein keeps it low to low, keep throwing the goalie off for a loop, and is able to convert. Let's see if Ty can escape this ride here. Goes for the swim move and is able to cross the line.
One of the great all-time nicknames, Moose Stein.
Yeah.
And
another draw control. Darien sets up the offense. Let's see if they go back to that 1-4-1, and it looks like they do. Initiating with Picorni. Darien wastes no time getting into the offense. Here comes Moore to replace. Moore's got a matchup he likes. Let's see if what he chooses to do with it. Right back to it. Picorni up top. They're going to do it again.
go to what's working, and that's what they're trying to do.
Picorni goes to his weak hand. Let's see. Doesn't matter. Didn't look so weak there. There's a goal from Finn Picorni.
Finn Picorni unassisted. His second of the afternoon. Makes this 11-4. Darien takes an 11-4, 7-goal lead.
Well, if you have a man like Finn Picorni who can dodge to his left or right and you're going to put a shorty on him, I think that's the result you can only expect. I don't know if I was Ridgefield who else I'd decide to put the short stick defender on, but Picorni's certainly taking advantage of that matchup, and I don't see any reason for Braymeyer to go any other way.
Darien wins another, as that one will remain Darien.
I think Ridgefield took that chase, actually. So Ty definitely had a lane, but there needs to be backup there by Minikis or Picorni if Ty's going to take that shot.
These two teams are no strangers to each other, especially in playoff matchups. In 2009, Ridgefield won the FCIAC title over Darien, and then Darien in 2015 and 2017 beat Ridgefield to capture their latest titles. So no strangers in the playoffs. This time it's not a finals matchup, but it is a semifinal matchup. Here's Winkler.
You know, this is where it becomes a little desperation mode from Ridgefield. They were having success early in the game, trying to take their time, find the right matchup. If they didn't have anything, pull it out and try again. But now down 7 goals into the third quarter. You'd expect to see a little more urgency.
That's something Darien loves to do, is when they get out to an early lead, they like to force teams to play outside of their comfort zone and outside of their tempo, to play a little upbeat, try to play catch-up as much as they can.
Certainly, there are very few teams, probably none in the FCIAC, that can play at Darien's speed. And when Darien puts a couple in on you and you start having to speed it up, get the game going at their speed, that's when you're not going to be able to compete nearly as well.
That was something in the Brunswick game, as Erickson tried to get the shot stopped by a Ridgefield defender. That was something that happened in the Brunswick game. Brunswick was able to keep up with Darien's tempo. Might have been even faster than Darien's tempo, getting them out of their own comfort zone. And Brunswick was able to come away with a win, but it was a very close game. Closest game Darien has played all year, except for that New Canaan game just a week ago.
Yep, it's a game of speed. And if we look at Darien's FCIAC losses in the last few years, we can look back to that Wilton loss and that Ridgefield loss. Wilton 2019 and Ridgefield 2018. And in both those games, they were low-scoring affairs where the Ridgefield and Wilton were able to play the game at their pace, make Darien play a little slower, and win the low-scoring game. That's not something Darien ever wants to do.
Here's to Alexander with his 4th of the night. Alexander cuts this to a 6-goal lead.
Alexander has found success tonight on the face dodge from the wing. He's got an under his defender, and that's a tough slide. I mean, the adjacent guy is right there, but they should be sliding from the crease, and that allowed for the miscommunication. The late step from O'Malley allowed Alexander to get his hands free and fire it home.
Brett to Alexander. 4 out of the 5 Ridgefield goals. It's provided really all of the offense for Ridgefield, excluding the 1 Winkler goal.
See, that's what Ridgefield needs to do on the face-offs if they want to have success. When Ty comes up with it, they need to be on his hands immediately, which isn't happening.
Flag will be thrown, so Ridgefield will have a man up.
See, the energy pick up from the Ridgefield bench. I don't think they're going away anytime soon.
Ridgefield has seen a lot more success when they put Gatos in the circle with Comiskey.
Yep, Gatos has definitely been the unexpected answer a little bit at the X tonight, so.
Here's DeGrasse. DeGrasse with the goal, cuts it to 5.
He's forced to his weak hand, took it, went right up the middle, and the slide came in late.
And Ridgefield finding some new life after the half.
Goal scored by number 21, Josiah DeGrasse.
Josiah DeGrasse makes this a 5-goal lead.
It's going to be a man-up face-off for Ridgefield. Looks like Darien's going to go with Gulick, thinking he might possibly be the better defensive player. That he'd have to be my guess if he got stuck in there. Also, actually, never mind. It looks like it's just Ty has the face-off. Ty has the penalty.
Gulick won that face-off. And Stein was out of bounds before the push. So Ridgefield will have possession.
A little too quick there. Gets ahead of themselves. Went before the whistle, so they're going to send him back and allow Stein to set up the ride.
So Ridgefield finding some new life. Darien will get possession off of the missed shot.
Colsey can't be too happy with that. Even if it's a good shot, you have to have backup, especially on the man up. Jamison Moore on the one-man clear, just has to get over the midfield line, and he does. surprised not to see a flag down there for an offsides on Ridgefield, but I guess refs didn't catch that one.
Moore took the grunt of 2 hits from the Colsey brothers, but was still able to cross that midfield line. O'Malley will hop out there with the first line midfielders.
Back to that 1-4-1 set. Picorni wasting no time, gives him his right, goes right. Good feed from O'Malley to Minikis, but Minikis just needs to take one more step there, get a better angle.
Seen Minikis take 3 shots from that angle, with one of them going in, one of them bouncing off the post, and one of them going wide.
Yep, let's see if Finn goes back to his strong hand this time. He does, but I think that's what Ridgefield was forcing.
And a good save there by Shepard.
You know, that's one of those shots we're going to see Picorni once he gets a little more muscle on him in the next couple of years, going straight to the top corner.
Finn Picorni, as the Darien basketball coach put it last year when Picorni played, was born with a lacrosse stick in his hand. So I'm sure this summer will be no different. DeGrasse will have it about 40-yard line, gives that one up to Alexander. A little under 5 minutes remain in this third quarter. Ridgefield currently on a 2-0 run.
Ridgefield going with the big little look here, trying to switch O'Malley onto the attackman, but that didn't seem to work. Good save by Demopoulos.
Finds Bolton's stick, and Stafford has trouble with the pass. Ridgefield picks it up.
You hear Braemar yelling goose it, trying to kick it to your teammate, but it didn't work there. Ridgefield gets the ball, calls a timeout, and looks to take this momentum to make it a 4-goal game coming up.
Ridgefield will try to hold on to the momentum with the timeout, and we will take a short timeout as well. Back here on the DAF Media Network, where the tide is in Ridgefield's favor. And we'll see if they can continue the momentum that they have, or if Darien will be able to swing it back in their direction. And Ethan, we talked a little bit about this pregame. Darien, they'll let teams hang around for a little bit. They won't necessarily keep their foot on the gas the entire time, and that's when teams kind of strike back.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of games with scores kind of like this one, starting off 7-1, 8-2, and you're kind of ready for the bench to be emptied, the clock to start running, and yet they've kind of let teams stick around and make it 4 or 5 goal games. So like to see Darien get one more burst of energy, put in a couple more, and try to put this game away for if you're Coach Braymeyer and the boys.
And something we talked a little bit about in the timeout is that a 4 or 5 goal game against a team like a Darien, that feels like a 2 or a 1 or a 2 goal game. They're still within striking distance, and especially if they have the momentum like Ridgefield does now, it could get a lot closer very soon if Darien fails to convert on some of these opportunities that they have coming up.
Yep, certainly. All right, so Darien's going to go into their spread 2 look. A play or a set they resemble off Ridgefield. We'll see what they can do with it. It's going to start likely with Minikis, but they might go with a wing dodge here from Picorni.
They have Stein in the middle.
Yep, we see the righties on the right side and the lefties on the left, meaning we'd expect an alley dodge rather than a sweep, meaning the players can go down the alley to their strong hands rather than having to sweep up with their weak.
Minikis to O'Malley, and O'Malley finishes.
Pure strength by O'Malley there to keep hold of that ball and put it in the back of the net.
With 2:22 left.
A big one for Darien. That next goal we knew was big. 12-6 sounds a lot different than 11-7, and that's definitely a comfort goal there for Darien.
Check that. Assist. Matthew Minikis.
12-6 the score. About 2 minutes remaining as Comiskey reverse clamps that one. And Stein fired that one in there, probably hearing the reaction from the crowd.
Yep, we've seen Stein from Comiskey once today. Shepard gets a piece of that one though to keep it at 6.
Darien girls varsity lacrosse is here to support their fellow lacrosse team. They will play tomorrow in Wilton. I believe we're covering that one as well.
Yep, exciting. Teams definitely have great support for each other. Always exciting to see boys and girls teams rooting for each other, just as they're part of the team themselves. It's one big program.
Because of the impending storm that may or may not happen, the girls decided to move all of their semifinal matchups to tomorrow in Wilton. It'll be Darien versus Wilton, or I guess Wilton versus Darien, as Darien is the higher seed, and then it's Ludlow versus New Canaan. That game will be at 5. Darien's game will be at 7.
Here we go back to that same play. Expect Corney to dodge to his left, have Moore or O'Malley come up on their right and try to have that shooting lane. Shot clock is on now.
Less than a minute left in this third.
You don't see the shot clock very often, but they put it on there.
Good effort by O'Malley to keep Darien possession.
30 seconds in the quarter. We'll look to see Darien to go right around the 20-second mark. 25 now. Looks like they'll initiate. They have Picorni on the cut.
That's Stein to Brady Picorni.
It's almost like Stein knew exactly where he was going to be in that very moment. Threw the ball into the middle without any sign of Picorni, but he ran right onto it like a soccer player putting a lead pass to goal.
Picorni with his 4th goal. doing a bang-up job leading this Darien offense. And Ridgefield will put Gatos against Comiskey.
Surprised to see Ridgefield not trying to stop the break here. Actually, now they're going to send the pole down. Ridgefield cannot concede a goal here. They really need to keep this more manageable score until the end, going into the next quarter.
They'll have it with about 7 seconds left. They're going to need to get a shot off quick. Here's Colsey. Tried to go low on Demopoulos, just couldn't get the angle.
2.5 seconds, maybe time to throw something in front and get a deflection or a quick stick, but doesn't look like that's going to happen, and that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Darien leading 13-6.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the center oval and upper oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England, all made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation board is made up of local parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future, both on and off the field.
Back here on the DAF Media Network, shout out our production crew, main camera Ben White-Chulis, ISO camera Davis Depp, our director Sarah Bogdan, instant replay Kenzie O'Shea, graphics Braden Shank, our producer Trey Cahill, our advisor Damian Andrew. Once again, I'm Ted Brennan alongside Ethan Hawes here on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. And while I'm giving shout out Post 53, they're having a bit of a viewing party at Post right now. So thank you guys for tuning in, really appreciate it, as Comiskey wins another faceoff.
Ty using his big body, directing traffic to push the brake. O'Malley sends the shot high, but Minikis is there on the backup. Darien looks to set up with their first line midfield personnel on the field. No need to push right now if you're Darien up 7 goals in the fourth quarter. But you know that's not Darien's MO. They're never really going to want to slow it down on you. So we'll look to see what Darien does here. Back in that spread open set, causing the need for the adjacent slide. Doesn't really come, but good defense there.
We saw when Darien slowed the pace a little bit, they allowed Ridgefield to capitalize on some of the mistakes when they were taking it slow and try to get some momentum back, but Darien was able to stop their 2-0 run with a 2-0 run of their own. Here's more. Good save by Shepard.
Yeah, that's a great save by Shepard. O'Malley got the matchup he wanted, got his hands, beat his man. When the slide came off Moore, he banged it back to Moore, and a great shot, but an even better save by Shepard.
Ridgefield on offense again. The shot saved by Demopoulos. Looked like he ate a lot of that one.
Looks like there's a flag down on Darien. So they're going to send in more as the shorty. Let's see if Ridgefield can capitalize on the 6-on-5.
Ridgefield will be a man up.
Likely a slash on Stein.
And we'll see if Ridgefield is able to convert.
Colsey steps in, rips it to the bottom corner.
Kyle Colsey makes this a 13-7 game.
Good shot there by Colsey. When Ridgefield puts in that screen like that on the crease, hard for Demopolis to see. All Colsey has to do is shoot around it, and that low-to-low look got right under Demopolis' right foot.
Lil Colsey, as he's known, as he's just a freshman on his father's team. And I'm sure that's got to be a special experience for the Colsey family, having both Ryan and Kyle play varsity minutes together, as Gatos will win that one.
Stein can ride this back. Nope, looks like that's going to be a face-off win marked for Ridgefield. Let's see if they can play a little make-it-take-it, score one here, and get the another goal off that face-off win. First time we see Thurlow in the game today. Good to get some fresh legs out there. He had a great game last week, and he's always a burst of energy on the field, so excited to see him in there.
On Monday, we saw him use his fresh legs and turn on the jets a lot, as he would run from one end of the field to the other with really outbreaking a sweat, it looked like. Here's Kyle Colsey trying to work from what's known as Colsey's office in Tiger Hollow.
Yep, that 5-and-5 spot, 5 yards up and 5 yards out. Colsey loves to work, but Ivanchek using his big body there, not letting Colsey get any yards.
Ivanchek, the Villanova commit, the latest Ivanchek to come through this Darien lacrosse program. Of course, having older brothers Mark and Drew. As that one will stay Ridgefield possession. Good effort by Ridgefield to keep it their way.
The slide came, but he was able to keep standing. Didn't push him. Was able to keep standing and get a one-handed shot off. Good backup by Ridgefield to get it, and we'll see what they can do here.
Lil Colsey again.
Low to low has been his MO today. See if Demopolis will start to get on that. But that's 2 in a row for Kyle Colsey.
13-8 in favor of Darien, but Ridgefield is clawing back. And in other news, in the other game, Staples leads 10-1 over Wilton in the 2-6 matchup after the third quarter. And if everything stays true the way it is, it could be a Darien Staples final. But of course, no lead is safe in the FCIAC, regardless of the sport, which is one of the best things about the FCIAC.
Yep, any given day. Lacrosse is a big make-it-take-it game with the face-off, and Ridgefield winning the last 3 face-offs allows them to get some bonus possessions where they continue to capitalize on getting the ball back. We're going to have to see if Darien has to make some changes.
Looks like Comiskey's on the sideline, getting in some extra work, as he was dominant to start this game, but once they put Gatos out there, it's been a little less dominant. Gatos has essentially been his kryptonite today. And the other Colsey scores this time. It's Ryan Colsey. 13-9, Ryan Colsey.
13-9 Darien with 7:27 left.
You can see Demopolis wants that one back.
Well, we saw 2 go in on Demopoulos low. There, Demopoulos drops to his knees, and it bounces right over his head.
Ryan Colsey using his senior experience to probably fake out Demopoulos, essentially showing his little brother went low, but I'm going to go high. And now Comiskey will win that one.
See what Darien chooses to do here. You know, that's one of the few times Darien won't push it. They had maybe a fast break 4-on-3, but that was the smart decision by Stafford. Get a possession, take some time off the clock, and don't allow Ridgefield to get the ball back so quickly.
One of the underrated stories about this game for Ridgefield is that it looks like they're playing without UNC commit captain Kai Prohaska, and they've stayed in this game even without him being on the field.
Yep, he's definitely a huge asset to have, especially on those face-offs. So maybe with him out, that's why we can start to understand the such dominant beginning to the face-off battle. But looks like they're now having some younger guys step up in his place. JMO looking for 20, 30-yard dodge, full speed dodge.
Good
Minikis
save.
Goes low.
Off the
That
rebound.
looks like no, Minikis catching his own rebound.
Minikis off of his own rebound makes this 14-9.
Minikis, number 3.
Shepard's done a great job this game making that initial save, but when you're playing a team like Darien, or any team really in general, rebound control is a huge factor, and there's been 3 or 4 that have bounced right out Darien's ways, and that could be the difference maker right now.
As you mentioned, he's making the initial save, and most of them are beauties of initial save, but it's just the way the ball bounces out of the stick, having a tough time keeping it in that pocket of his stick. And it's just, Darien is so good at capitalizing on those small little mishaps.
Gatos there able to muscle Comiskey, not something we say very often, but comes up with it, and we'll see if they look to push.
14-9 the score, under 6 minutes remaining. What a semifinal matchup we've had up to this point.
Erickson showing his physicality there.
The Army commit going to Taft for a PG year next year. Hoping to refine his skills a little bit, along with Jameson Moore, who's committed to Princeton. He'll be repping Ridgefield's colors in a few years as Colsey falls down.
Bolton pushing out. Almost gets a piece of it. They're able to get it back to Colsey on the wing. We see Allegro here shutting off. Now I guess he lets him get the matchup or get the ball.
Kyle Colsey with it now.
Vantrix played a great game on him so far. We see the younger Colsey a little banged up on that one. Took a big hit from Erickson, but I think Erickson's just giving him a little senior freshman love, introducing him to the sport.
Another hit from Erickson. Colsey, another freshman.
That one knocked down in front. Big ground ball here. Let's see if they can goose it. As Coach Premar says, kick it to Demopoulos. They can't. Ridgefield almost gets had a great opportunity, almost gets a goal.
Could have cut the lead down to 4, but it stays at 5. But I wanted to mention about Kyle Colsey. Very similar to Brady Picorni. He provides a lot of offense. As Demopoulos with a big stop there. Provides a lot of offense for this Ridgefield squad, and he's only a freshman. So it'll be fun to see those two battle for a couple years down the line.
Here comes Allegro on the break. Minikis chooses to pull it out. Fakes the shot. Here comes Picorni for his 5th of the game.
Brady Picorni with his 5th.
And draws the flag. If that turns into a man-up face-off, that could be detrimental for Ridgefield's comeback effort. Flag's waved off, meaning it's going to be no man up for Darien. It's going to be an even face-off here.
(15-9) the score off of the Brady Picorni goal, 5th of the night, trying to propel this Darien team into the finals. As
good face-off win by Gulick, showing something different there, but he can't convert. Let's see if Darien can ride it back.
Gulick has won 2 face-offs, but he's had trouble with the pass afterwards. And it looks like Gulick's
going to sub off for Thurlow, but for the moment, Ridgefield has numbers. Let's see if they push it. Great
Good
save by Demopoulos.
Finds David Ivanchek.
And here's that Darien transition game. One more to Moose on the backside, and he gets stuffed.
Great save by Shepard.
Shepard with a big time save.
Darien calls a timeout. Under 3 to go.
And Shepard with the big time save brings us into this timeout. Back here on the Darien Athletic Foundation Network. The score is 15-9 in favor of Darien, but Ridgefield has proven that they won't go down without a fight.
So one thing here, you're going to expect to see Darien try to possess the ball. Brian Meyer always tells us that it's way more valuable in a situation like this to take 30 seconds to a minute off the clock than it is to score a goal. Run a little wheel behind, so now you're going to see Lau come behind, and then you're going to see Moore come behind, until Caesar come behind, until Ridgefield decides to double. Here comes the double team from Ridgefield that we are expecting, but until they pull a man from the cage, or they pull the goalie from the cage, there's always going to be a man open. Connecticut's version of a shot clock is on, meaning Darien's going to have to keep it in the box. If they go out, Ridgefield gets the ball.
Lau was swarmed by 2 Ridgefield defenders in Dowd and Steffens, and he had to drop that one.
Minute 40 to play. Minute 40 to play in the semifinals of the FCIAC championship.
They'll get it to Gatos. Some senior captain leadership.
Under 1:30 to play. Ridgefield's going to have to push the issue right now.
Colsey drops to his knees to pick that one up. If you're Ridgefield, this is not a time. This is not time to take your time. The clock is not your friend. They have to score quick and often. That's what Winkler was trying to do, but good defense by Darien. Here's Colsey.
Great check by Ivanchuk.
Here comes Demopoulos.
Works it back to Ivanchuk. Good move. Joe's going to find Christian, and that's going to clear the ball with under a minute to go.
And that might ice the game, theoretically. You can hear the Darien fans start to clap it up.
Darien uses the timeout. Keep the ball. Try to practice one last time-killing play that they might need against what's looking to be Staples on Friday. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back in a minute.
We are DAF Media, Darien's hometown source for sports, arts, and entertainment, established in 2017. We are Community, a volunteer-based organization that gives nearly 50 Darien high school students hands-on experience in video production. We are Cutting Edge, a STEM initiative. Students use cameras, computers, sound equipment, and innovative software. We are Live, streaming 120 events per year on our YouTube channel. We are On the Stage. We are At the Big Games. We are On the Field. We are In the Gym. We are On the Move, live streaming not only in Darien, but throughout southwestern Connecticut and the tri-state area. We are making a difference.
Back here on the DAF Media Network. And unless a miracle happens in the next 35.5 seconds, Darien will punch their ticket to the FCIAC finals to face the winner of the Staples-Wilton game, which looks to be Staples unless Wilton can come back from a 9-goal deficit.
Darien works the ball around, finds Minikis. They aim to go behind in case they do lose the ball. The ride set up a little bit more than if they lost it closer to the midfield.
And Picorni, that's another one. That's his 6th.
You may see that one in the highlight reel. Picorni with number 5 on the day.
Brady Picorni with his 6th of the afternoon. 16-9.
Check.
Picorni, have yourself a day.
Here comes the backup attackman. Maybe you get to get one quick rep if Ty can come away with this face-off win.
He doesn't. It finds the Ridgefield stick of number 8, Ethan McGerald.
It's going to just about do it. Darien is heading back to the FCIAC finals, looking to win their 18th title.
Darien continues their quest on the road to 18. Final score 16-9, and we're gonna hopefully have a graphic. And right now we got a graphic. Players of the game, the brother duo, Brady Picorni, 6 goals as a young freshman, and his brother Finn Picorni, 2 goals, 3 assists. What a game we saw from them. They'll have one more year in the program together. And Ethan, what are your final thoughts on this game?
I think that's everything Darien can be asking for today. They played a great offensive game. They found what worked. They tried out their 100 set, their 200 set, their 400 set, scored out of all 3 of them. From Ridgefield, disappointing defensive effort possibly, but containing a team like Darien is no easy task. I have to imagine Coach Colsey's pretty excited with how they played in the second half, made it a closer game at points, started to win the face-off battle, And I would imagine that he's hoping for a fourth matchup between these teams at some point in the States.
On Friday, Darien will take on the winner. It will be the Staples Wreckers taking on the Darien Blue Wave, a 1-2 matchup. That will be streamed on NCTV. I'm not sure if that will be restreamed on our network, but we will figure that out. That's 5 o'clock on Friday. One final shout out to our production crew, our main camera, Ben White-Chulis, our ISO camera, first team all FCIAC ISO, Davis Depp. Our director, Sarah Bogdan, instant replay, Kenzie O'Shea, graphics, Braden Shank, producer, Trey Cahill. All of them did such a great job tonight bringing you the action. Ethan Haas, thanks again for coming back.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Excited to be here, and hopefully I can join you one more time this season.
I'm Ted Brennan signing off.